Palma. Oh,
Oh,
pass. That's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. Janelle Fuentes. Delgado takes the shot and knocks it down. Valoria is open. 3-pointer. Oh my goodness!
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has time.
Just posterized by
Pampanga's next 3 games, a showdown with the Abra Solid North Weavers. Drop pass, Gonzalez for 2. Wide open for 3, Cholo Mendoza. CBC blocked by Matino. The Abra Solid North Weavers, a team 2 weeks removed from their biggest win in franchise history. Normal with a drive, and Igilos inside, basket and 1. Now atake, dumps it to Lars, who scores.
Well, the Weavers, though, have not really looked back.
Ildefonso fires a 3, and he gets it to go, plus the fouls. And Giant Lanterns taking their show on the road against Lumente. Fires and hits.
First, well, Pampanga, obviously, still gunning for that 3-peat.
Make no mistake about it, this is a regular season game, but the subplots are just too big to ignore. A championship team against a team that is after its throne. It's Pampanga versus Abra, 2 giants of the north testing their limits here at the Lucena Convention Center. It's a big game para kay Encho Serrano, a proud son of Pampanga and a member of 2 championship teams with the Giant Lanterns. Now on the other side of the fence, Encho is the spearhead of this Abra team, trying to gain its first championship this season. His former teammate, Archie Concepcion, a loyal, devoted, and proud servant to this title defense of Pampanga. And then there's Dave Ildefonso, of course, the most talked about player this season, and a player who's been leading the MVP race, who wants nothing more than a championship in his first season here in the MPBL. And finally, there's Larry Muyang, the man in the middle, and just among the players tasked to protect Pampanga's throne. It's a big night of basketball here in Lucena, and it starts right now. Abra against Pampanga, the league leaders against the 2-time defending champions. Magandang gabi mga kaliga, si Def Tupas, kasama si Javi Palanya. And Javi, oh boy, it's a big game.
We are definitely in for a treat. I mean, this is a colossal matchup in the regular season that I'm sure many people, I think everybody that's been following the MPBL should not miss.
Magandang gabi din sa nanonood sa atin sa YouTube. And syempre, we are live on Solar Sports right now. And wow, and every game has been leading up to this one. Alam natin, Abra has been looking forward to this matchup. Pampanga is also looking forward to this matchup. And syempre, we are also looking forward to the homecoming of our very own Andrea Indicia. Andrea, what do you have for us? You've been with the 2 teams before this ball game.
Yes, Delph, alam naman natin na when the defending champs meet the hottest team in the league as of the moment, it won't be pretty, but it will surely be pretty insane. At ito nga ang dalawang team natin ngayong gabi. Merong mga kanya-kanyang quotes of the day para sa Pampanga. It goes like this: puso, hindi pressure. Alam naman natin, carrying the title defending champions isn't just about prestige. More of it's a responsibility. Para naman dito sa Abra, it goes like this: 1, respect, 2, focus. Dahil kahit pagbali-balik na rin daw man natin ang mundo, ay back-to-back champions pa rin ang makakalaban nila. So, looks like we have a northern treat dito sa South. Right, gentlemen?
Maraming salamat, Andrea, and we'll definitely follow your reports as the game progresses. Quickly, we'll go to our team standings right now, kung saan ang dalawang kupunan na to. San Juan still leading the pack, 21-1 ang kanilang record. Ang Pampanga with a 15-6 record there, tied with Pangasinan at number 5, really. Pangasinan, winner over the other rule. They can move to number 4 with a win tonight, Javi.
You're right. So Pampanga looking to get an upset, but Abra looking to gain the top spot with a win here today. So both teams, this is an important game para sa parehong kupunan, considering how big it will impact their place in the team standings currently.
Well, you have to remember, Pampanga also dealt Abra a first-round exit in last year's playoffs. That was their first win, first season nitong Abra Solid North Weavers. Quickly, we'll check out itong dalawang kupunan and how they stack up against each other in terms of the numbers. And nakita natin dito, Abra pretty much right there, top 5 in all the major statistical categories, Javi.
And that's a big reason why they've been riding this hot streak of theirs. 18 straight wins ever since that loss to the Pasay Voyagers. They have really buckled down to work in all of these important categories. But, you know, Pampanga, they continue to hold the top spot in the north because they too have been in the upper half of those important categories in our statistical departments.
And syempre, no, we have a lot of matchups on the floor, but this is a good one. Two players na parehong posisyon. And syempre, andyan ang ating one of the leading MVP, one of the leaders in our MVP race, syempre Dave Ildefonso, really the face of the Abra Weavers. And then, John Nermal, a late addition to this team. You know, Dave Ildefonso, look at the numbers from Dave. 19 points in this season and 25 against Manila.
Well, we know he could score, but what's nice about him recently is he's really been trying to defer a lot more to his teammates. So nababalanse niya yung kanyang laro aside from the fact that he's also such a threat defensively just because of his height for his position and his upper body strength. He's been using all these positive physical attributes for the benefit of the Abra Weavers. A big reason why Abra continues to remain the hottest team in the league.
And one thing you can say about David Ildefonso, he's been very forceful in his first season here. No, sa kabila naman, John Nermal, a different type of player compared to David Ildefonso. He really uses a lot of his length and his athleticism to really put the ball in the hoop. And John, ever since he came in, he's been a welcome addition to this team. I think he fits a need here for Pampanga since he lost Encho Serrano to Abra.
I think he really has definitely provided a lot of scoring punch for this Pampanga team. And also, they've added a guy that they can go to in the fourth quarter aside from Archie Concepcion. This makes Archie's job a lot easier, but at the same time, it gives Pampanga another threat offensively plus another linchpin on the defensive end of the floor.
Yun na po, nahimay na namin ang kailangan nating makita sa game na to. And it's time for the players to show up. It's Pampanga versus Abra here in Lucena. Let's go to Miguel Pere for the starting lineups.
Solid North Weavers and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns live on Solar Sports. This is the 2025 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Join me in welcoming the starting fives, beginning with the Abra Solid North Weavers. Starting at forward number 30, Alfred Batino. Playing center number 18, Gio Chu. One guard number 4, Marvin Taiwan. Also at guard number 10, Jolo Mendoza. And a small forward number 1, the Sheriff, Dave Ildefonso. The head coach for Abra Solid North Weavers is Yon Garcia. Assistant coaches, Denok Miranda, Don Oro, and Edson Valenia. Team owners, Bukay Mayor Jaja Bernos and Honorable Congressman J.B. Bernos. Here comes the starting five for the MPBL reigning and defending back-to-back champions, Pampanga Giant Lanterns, AMG3 Construction. Starting at forward number 29, John Nermal. Also at forward number 9, Chris Lalata. Playing center number 1, Larry Muyang. One guard number 30, Raymond Binuya. And a two guard number 2, the Royal Bazooka, Archie Concepcion. The Giant Lanterns is led by Pedic Dimatulak. Coaching consultants, Alan Trinidad, Mervin Mercado, and Georgie Yevocic. Assistant team managers, Ronald Nunod and Raymond Guevara. Team manager and team owner is Aurelio A.G. Gonzalez III. Referees for this volume are Jay Castroverde, Edward Abis, and Elaine Sebere. Substitute referee is Mark Rancudo. This game is held under the
Starting
supervision
five
and
brought to you by
regulation.
1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Abra has Marwin Taiwan, Jolo Mendoza, Jay Chu, Dave Ildefonso, and Alfred Batino. Pampanga naman has Archie Concepcion, Raymond Binuya, Larry Muya, Chris Lalata, and John Nermal. 2 players coming back from injury here. Chris Lalata and Raymond Binuya starting for Pampanga.
Yeah, Raymond Binuya getting the opportunity to start here in his return for the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. He will definitely provide the defensive intensity in the backcourt for Pampanga as he tries to stifle Marvin Taiwan on the other side, who has just been spectacular in orchestrating this offense of Abra.
Well, Marvin Taiwan sat out that game against Manila, and we are underway. Abra in white, Pampanga in purple and blue. Oh, purple and blue there, mix. And orange, of course. Dave Ildefonso knocks down the 3 to start the ball game, and we are off. Jay Castroverde, Edmar Avis, Elaine Subere, and Mark Roncudo ang ating officials. And Larry Muyang with the answer on the other side.
And I don't think there's any doubt in this game that all of these players, especially the important personalities, they are locked in for this matchup.
Absolutely. Jolo Mendoza, nothing but net on the 3.
You know, that's a guy that you can't allow to heat up. And if you give him that space, he's definitely going to go up for that shot. Jolo Mendoza once was one of the top scorers here in the league in his time with Rizal back then.
Oh boy. The way they are moving on the floor right now, itong dalawang kupunan natin, they are, kung hindi pa naman excited sa laban na to, ewan ko na lang.
Binilugan nila yung matchup na to sa kanilang kalendaryo, di lang siguro isang beses.
Lars Muyang will launch it from beyond the arc. Almost got that one to go in. There's an early sub here. John Uduba is set to check in. Taiwan to Chu. He's blocked. And Jayo Chu goes back to the bench. Replaced by John Uduba.
We're not even 2 minutes into this game. Let's see what happened here. Chu getting foiled there by Larry Muing. I think Coach Yon Garcia has noticed that Pampanga is trying to speed up this game, so he inserts Uduba to try and keep up with that. Ildefonso, just enough hang time on that shot. Here he goes to the other side of the baseline, and Nermal putting his hand down in the very last minute to be called for that foul.
2-time Coach of the Year, Coach Vice Governor Dennis Delta Pineda is in the house.
And glad to have him back here in the MPBL, watching the game, supporting his Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
Of course, Coach Pedic Di Matulak is the head coach. 8-5 is the count. They go to Nermal. The fade away from John Nermal. He misses. Rebound. Alfred Batino. Only one pass there. Uduba runs the floor. No go. And that's 2 on Nermal.
What a bullet pass delivered there by Marwin Taiwan. His vision has been extraordinary in trying to involve his teammates here in Abra, trying to make sure that everybody eats on this loaded squad.
Here's Marwin. He's wide open. Yes! Marwin Taiwan. And yan ang dyan talaga sobrang effective si Marwin Taiwan, because when you leave him open, he really keeps the defense honest.
Tama ka dyan, because Marwin is also accustomed to putting the ball in the hoop. Again, he was once the face of the Navotas Clutch here a few seasons back dito sa ating liga. That's why he's no stranger to scoring the basketball.
And working with Orlan Wamar all those seasons in San Juan has really helped him develop his game, as well as Dave Ildefonso. You put him on a sweet spot right there. Dave Ildefonso will certainly punish you.
Importante dyan, if you're Pampanga, I think it should be part of their game plan to try and send a double team right away to try and help him give up that basketball, because once he puts that ball on the deck at makabuelo siya, mahirap na talaga siyang pigilan.
Great defense there on the help from Alfred Batino, forcing the miss from Chris Lalata. Early goings ng ating laro, 6-point lead for the Weavers. Here's Mendoza, nakawala. Jolo misses the finger roll. Binuya is able to recover from an injury. Taiwan was all over Binuya. No call, only an out of bounds call here. This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Strong drive to the basket there by David Defonso.
That's short para kay Archie Concepcion. 13-7 is the count. Mendoza goes to Batino. That's a foul on Alfred Batino. Unable to control the pass from Jolo Mendoza.
So far, I've seen Abra go into that two-man action, ball screen on the one side. They pick a wing, and then they go into their offense with that, and then they just let the ball flow right into the hands of the scorer. So it's up to the ball handler to make the decision, and then the movements after that is more probable on what the defense gives them.
Taiwan, you'll get the roll. Amar with Taiwan.
If you're Raymond Binuya, you have to keep it step with Marvin Taiwan. He's giving him a dose of his own medicine here.
Binuya, jumper won't go. 15-7. Unti-unti lumalayo yung Abra dito early on. Jolo Mendoza. Back to Marvin. David Defonso wants it against Nermal. Dave for three. No. Muyang with a rebound. Another foul on Alfred Batino.
That's going to be the second on Batino.
But of course, Abra with the luxury of having Raven Gonzalez off the bench. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop. Personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke.
There should be a man in front of him, or else he's going to have his way slicing and dicing through the defense. That's Marvin Taiwan.
This is a good matchup here. Lars is going to use his heft against Raven, but he elects to pass to Nermal, and it's a steal by Ildefonso. Taiwan to Oduba, gets it to drop off the glass.
Wow, Marvin Taiwan dishing out, scoring. He's been the biggest factor here in the first quarter for the Abra Weavers.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Assist number 3 para kay Marvin Taiwan to go with his 5 points. And it's an early double-digit lead for the solid North Weavers here in Lucena. This Abra juggernaut has just been rampaging through the MPBL. They were on board in Season 6 a year ago. Reached the playoffs as the number 7 seed and had a tough challenge of facing Pampanga in the first round. Ended up in a 2-game sweep. And now, the Weavers loaded up during the offseason and are at the top of the North as Marvin Taiwan knocks down the 3, his second in the game, 20-7 for Abra, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc.
They are just picking this Pampanga defense apart. Itong Abra, and Marvin Taiwan has been at the forefront of that attack. Even defensively, they've been giving Pampanga all sorts of problems.
Ayon, jumper, yes.
And the field goal percentage of Abra has been above 54% right now. 7 out of 12 from the field.
They look very sharp. Abra. Lars using force to draw the foul.
Abra thought that it should have been a travel, but instead Muyang getting the whistle for the foul.
Chris Lalata, obviously not 100%, gets replaced by J-Mo Igilos. Meanwhile, let's check in with Andrea Indisio.
Coach Vice Gov Dennis Delta Pineda proudly shared to me na talagang nag-request ang Giant Lanterns for him to be here tonight. Ramdam niya yung pressure on the side of the boys, so he gave them the sweetest words before the game. Maglaro kayo ng galing sa puso. Para sa Pampanga, hindi lang para sa panalo. Of course, a W would definitely be a cherry on top, but knowing his boys, pressure will ruin their flow and being a jit gets them out of rhythm. Before going out of the dugout, you can see comfort in the eyes of the Giant Lanterns, knowing that the father of this team has got their back. Si Delphin Javi.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Of course, nandito nga, Vice Governor, two-time Coach of the Year, Dennis Delta Pineda. That's a steal from Archie Concepcion, and Archie will lay it in against Mike Ayonayon.
I think for Pampanga to get back into this game, they have to start with their defense, and that's exactly how Archie did that, forcing the turnover, but that's just too much aggressiveness galing kay John Fa.
And he will be important here, John Fa. Archie Concepcion picked the pocket of Mike Ayonayon.
Timed that spin perfectly by Ayon. Concepcion able to finish on the other end.
Taiwan, the bounce pass to Jayo Chu.
Wow.
Finishes up top against J-Mo Igilos.
It's a point guard masterclass here in the first quarter for Marvin Taiwan. 8 points and 4 assists.
Archie for 3, in and out. Rebound, nakuha ni Marvin Taiwan to Dave Ildefonso. Taken away by John Ashley Fa. To J-Mo. Now with John Nermal. Nermal is blocked by Jayo Chu.
That's exactly why they got him on this team. To protect the basket at all costs.
Ayon will fire from beyond the arc. That's short. Muyang with the rebound. The bump from Jayo Chu and the foul on Abra. 4th team foul for the Abra Solid North Weavers. What a play right here. Para kay Marvin Taiwan. That those ball handling skills and then the vision para kay Jayo Chu to thread the needle. Nermal sits. Pasok na si John Lloyd Clemente. Alan Mina also coming in for Archie Concepcion. Let's see how this second unit will perform here for the Giant Lanterns. Encho Serrano is on the floor, the former Giant Lantern. He has played only for Pampanga in the league until his move to Abra. And Alan Mina scores immediately against Dave Ildefonso.
I think Mina could also play an important part here in this game against Abra. His scoring will be definitely needed. But apart from his scoring, he's going to have to play defense against the not so easy to guard Dave Ildefonso.
That's the sheriff right there. Dave Ildefonso. One-on-one coverage. I don't think he will be stopped with that.
And that's why I was saying earlier that there had to be a need for some special play defensively. There had to be some special schemes in place in trying to stifle Dave Ildefonso, because one-on-one coverage is just not going to cut it.
Clemente against Encho Serrano. Clemente with Abra last season and now back with Pampanga. Encho finds Raven Gonzalez. Beautiful two-man game. Weavers up by 16.
Everything
Muyang
is just so easy right now for Abra. They don't even seem that they're having a hard time. If you look at Pampanga, you could see on their faces that they're really having a lot of difficulty trying to deal with this offensive juggernaut. And Abra just seems to be riding those bicycles in the park.
Clemente will miss. Rebound, Igilos. Inside, blocked by Raven. Muyang is there, blocked by Raven, but a foul.
Definitely a clean block upstairs, but there was contact on the body down low. And he was able to draw that even before that shot.
Muyang with 2 free throws. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
I'm sure he's met a lot of pressure this season, Larry Muyang, playing for Pampanga this year and trying to fill the shoes that Justin Baltazar left. But in my opinion, that can never be filled. You know, it has to be on Larry to create his own legacy with this team. And I think so far, he's done a wonderful job with it.
29-15. Recovery by Ayon. Chu is fouled.
They're making all the right reads. They're not rushing it. They're just really anticipating what the defense is going to give them. And it seems that every movement has been well calculated for these Weavers.
Minute and 5 seconds remaining.
Wow. 12 rebounds already in this game para kay Jeo Chu.
Unbelievable. And we're only in the first period. No,
No, that's not right. Yeah,
that's not right.
that could not be right.
Jeo Chu is at the line. He misses the second, but the tap ends up with Jeo Chu. 30-15, under a minute to play. Encho. The spin, and Clemente very much aware of that move of Encho Serrano. Muyang finds Fa. Had to lean back a little bit against Raven Gonzalez. Serrano forcing that one. Tip in, won't go. And a whistle going against the Abra Solid North Weavers.
Yeah, that foul is going to go against Echo Serrano, which means there's going to be free throws for Pampanga here. Egilos will be the one taking it.
It's all about rhythm and flow, and Abra is in there at the moment. Pampanga still looking for that.
I think it really has to start defensively para dito sa Pampanga. They cannot rely on just trying to outshoot itong Abra, because right now, even offensively, they've been having a problem. Only shooting 27% from the field while they're allowing Abra 11 out of 17. That's 64%.
Simon Camacho is in the game. Travel on Simon. Took an extra step there. (30-16), 20 seconds remaining. 5th turnover for Abra. Only 3 turnovers for Pampanga, but they're staring at a 14-point deficit. Fa to Mina. He'll launch a 3. And one of the rare times na Pampanga has a size advantage sa ilalim with Paundo on Camacho.
And Paundo realizing that, getting the better of that matchup. Drawing another foul here against Abra.
(30-17). GP goes 2 for 2. Don Capunan is here already, and Simon Camacho misses on that half-court shot. And 10 minutes of this matchup between the two giants of the North. David Defonso so far showing the way para sa Abra Solid North Weavers with those 10 points.
Yeah, and Marvin Taiwan also backing him up. It was absolutely amazing in that first quarter. He orchestrated that offense perfectly. He was finding guys and also scoring along the way, backing up David Defonso with 8 points. And the Weavers seem to do no wrong here at the end of the first 10 minutes.
Back here in Lucena City in the province of Quezon. Second game of our Saturday triple header. Abra against Pampanga. Against Alcoriza to Jmo Egilos for Pampanga. Janoy Clemente, Alan Mina, and GP Faundo completing the 5 on the floor for the Giant Lanterns. Alan Mina grabs the offensive rebound. Here's Allen. Drives left, finds Alcoriza, quick release. No, Egilos with the offensive rebound, finds Alcoriza, foul on Encho.
That's a bump on Encho. And Serrano telling his teammates that they gotta box out. That's an offensive rebound given up again by Abra. They were able to give up another offensive rebound earlier at the end of the first quarter when Faundo was able to get that offensive rebound leading to 2 free throws.
And in comes Marvin Taiwan for Encho Serrano. GP. Alcoriza. Bumagsak si GP Faundo. Nobody on him there.
Kind of got in a little dislodged there. Pampanga still continuing to search for answers here.
12-point game. Marvin Taiwan is back on the floor. Pinapahirapan siya ni Renz Alcoriza. Ayon. Against Janoy Clemente. Gonzalez providing the pick for Mike. A 3. He misfires. Rebound ni Alan Mina. Allen. Gets it to GP. But they go down low to Jmo Egilos. Inside. Jmo powers through.
Now he looked so uncomfortable, in an uncomfortable position. He was going up against 3 white shirts there and just nonchalantly converting on a hook shot.
Josh David. Gonzalez, 8 seconds to work with. Back to Josh. Joshua David for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound controlled by GP Faundo. Pampanga will run. Renz goes between the legs. Labas kay Faundo. Takes the free throw line jumper. That's short. And the difference here for Pampanga, I think it's just their intensity has just been ramped up.
I think yun talaga yung nagkulang, especially dun sa kanilang starting unit. Maybe it might be the nerves, maybe it might be some other things, but Abra certainly took advantage of that. And these guys from the bench have helped fix that. And right now, they're just down by 10 points. The defensive intensity has really turned up a couple of notches.
Inside they go. CJ Austria taken away by Faundo.
Because you compare right now the offense of Abra to the offense that they had in the first quarter. It was just so easy. It was like they were running drills. But right now, they're actually showing resistance, talking about Pampanga.
They're asking for a 3-second call. They want to dump it to Jmo Egilos. Yeah, how hard has he been working down low against CJ Austria? Even CJ Austria has been...
Oh, he
medyo
looks gassed.
Naparami yung masahe ko dun ah.
Austria looks gassed after that encounter, but Egilos, this is what he does. That is why MPBL teams continue to salivate for his services, because of that role that he provides as that enforcer inside the paint.
Clemente had to put it up. Wow, what a shot.
That's just good defense, but better offense from John Lloyd Clemente. They got it down to late into the shot clock, just a second remaining on the 24, and Clemente, just an amazing make here.
Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And what an effort from Jmo Egilos as he goes back to the bench.
Quality minutes, he really has been one of the reasons why Pampanga has been able to restore some semblance of order, at least to themselves here in this game. But obviously, still 8 points for them to catch up on.
CJ Austria. Here's Ildefonso against Clemente. The spin from Dave, the jumper. He swishes that one through.
And Pampanga continues to play him one-on-one. There hasn't been any change in coverage. Clemente trying his best to keep it step all the way, but Ildefonso just way better on that sequence.
Two former teammates in college, actually, David Ildefonso and John Lloyd Clemente at NU.
Tama.
Oh, I thought that was a foul. David is ahead of the pack and count the basket. And referee Jay Castroverde explaining that there should be no call there.
Well,
This is the play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
and again, who did that pass come from?
Marvin Taiwan.
Marvin Taiwan delivering another great feed.
Will they add? Oh, it's an unsportsmanlike foul.
A sportsmanlike foul on number 23, Allen Mina is first.
Wow. I did not expect that at all.
Concepcion for Allen Mina.
That's a big call, and it effectively also continues to derail the comeback attempts of Pampanga, because the bid just completed a three-point play and now they have possession once again. You see here, I'm sure Alan Mina was just trying his best to try and prevent a three-point play opportunity or just an easy layup at that, but he wasn't able to do it.
Did that hit?
Parang hindi nga tumama eh.
Yeah, but you can claim that the intent was there. Ildefonso backing down on Nermal. Austria traveled.
The step went by first. That's a good call against Abra.
35-22. I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Archie Concepcion. Archie trying to go downhill. Marvin Taiwan. Marvin Taiwan misses. That would have been a big time basket. Here's Marvin. Dave. CJ wants a crack at Faundo, and he draws the foul in GP. These young guns, look at them.
Foul on number 21,
Almost
Faundo is second.
all of them fresh out of college, taking on veteran pros here in this matchup.
Yeah, and they're making these veterans look like they're newbies here in the league with the way that they're tearing the defense apart.
DJ Austria makes the first free throw.
Yeah, they just can't seem to do anything right defensively. Again, they already were able to establish that intensity that was needed to force Abra into those misses.
Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
But ever since the starters of Coach Yong in Marvin Taiwan and Ildefonso were sent back in, nahirapan muli ang Pampanga.
Sonny is steal. First time in the game. The foul on Taiwan. 13 foul on Abra.
Foul on number 4, Marvin Taiwan.
Yeah, you can see there's a conscious effort to really try and attack the basket here for Pampanga, but Abra just so good in keeping their feet in front of the person they're guarding.
Nermal forced that one. Larry Muyang gets it to drop plus the foul.
So Nermal has struggled in scoring sa laro na to, but good thing Muyang was there to clean up the mess.
Well, they need him to take charge, really. You to see John Nermal, but you want him, they need him to be efficient as well.
And so far, not a very efficient night para kay John Nermal sa laro na to, only with 2 points.
37 to 24. Taiwan gets away. Jumper. Got it.
Marvin Taiwan.
He is a bad man. Marvin Taiwan.
You can't say anything negative about his game at the moment because he's been making a lot of good reads. When the scoring opportunities are there, he's going to take it. But when it's time to pass, he's going to make the right decisions.
39 to 27. Archie Concepcion nails the 3 ball. 12 ang lamang dito ng Abra. Raven shoots and scores. And Larry Muya quickly apologizing. Alam niyang that should have been his assignment there. Had his hand down against Raven Gonzalez.
He wants it back, but the double team comes.
Nermal, he'll fire. No. Gonzalez with the rebound.
I thought the pass to Concepcion was more appropriate there considering Archie just hit the 3-point shot.
Dave Ildefonso, fade away.
That is just not fair.
Unfair, absolutely unfair.
Pretty jump shot by Dave Ildefonso.
Grabe yung angulo na yun sa fade away na yun.
He released the ball. Malapit na sa mahulog sa ground eh. See how far back he had to lean on this fadeaway, but still looked so balanced.
Yes. That's it's a beautiful looking shot galing kay Dave Ildefonso. 43 to 27. He still is at the line. He misses the first.
Well, that's the thing too with Pampanga here. They don't get a lot of scoring opportunities, but when they do get a chance to get to the line, they have to make the most out of it. So far, 7 out of 10 ang Giant Lanterns from the free throw line.
He still gets the second one to drop. Andre Arminion is the 4th point guard utilized by Coach Pedic here.
Yeah, they've tried different cards time and time again, and they're hoping that Arminion might be the solution to this problem.
That is Marvin Taiwan actually.
Yes.
Ildefonso against Nermal.
Yeah.
Dave, that's an offensive foul.
Clearly a ward off with the offhand as he got past Nermal on the attack to the middle.
That's a technical. And Coach Yong, I think Coach Yong saw something with Raven Gonzalez and Archie Concepcion and had to emphasize it. But it did appear negatively.
Well, they've been arguing a lot of calls in this game, and I think our officials just had enough of it on that particular scenario.
For unsportsmanlike behavior.
technical free throw para kay Archie Concepcion.
Technical free throw for Archie Concepcion.
And Coach Young continues to argue his case. I think he just wants na sana nakita na lang din yung nangyari kay Archie doon.
Well, it happened right in front of referee Jay Castroverde. And here was the offensive foul.
That was the offensive foul. That was clearly the right call, but there was something I think that happened that caught the eye of Coach Young na di na rin natin masyado napansin.
Archie goes downhill. Concepcion. Masyado malakas sa kanyang layup. Ildefonso for 3. Short.
Yeah, that's a push on Oduba. Still is trying to do his best in holding his own.
Things are getting a little chippy here. Abra already over the limit.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2 free throws.
We're still the Giant Lanterns needing a champion's response here in the first half. Already on the ropes, down by 15 against the Abra Solid North Weavers. 3:38 left. It still is going to the free throw line.
And moments like this, you know, you could use as spark plugs for you to try and get back into the game.
Misses by Concepcion, and it's still
Free throw is beginning to be a problem right now.
and it was a problem when they lost to Basilan.
Yes.
8 of 13 at the line para sa Giant Lanterns. So still 0 for 2. Arminion able to track down the miss. They go to Nermal. Concepcion has it. Archie. David is there. Archie. He gets it back. Drop pass to Muyang. That will not get there in time.
Wow. Stifling defense for Abra on enforcing that shot clock violation against Pampanga. There was simply nowhere the Giant Lanterns could have gone on that offensive set.
I like how Josh David stayed low against Archie Concepcion there.
They're very disciplined in defending these Pampanga players sa laro na to. They're sticking to the game plan and just making sure that the man that they're guarding is always in front of them. They play the man and the ball so well.
This time a good block galing kay Larry Muyang. Raven Gonzalez now with Uduba still is there. Ildefonso to Taiwan, a 3. Yes, sir. He's been lethal. Marwin Taiwan.
And that's coming off a scoring opportunity for David Ildefonso. He curled off of the screen, but seeing Taiwan was wide open, he did not have any qualms about releasing the pass to an open Marwin Taiwan.
Chance at the 20-point lead para sa Abra. Dave. Gonzalez with a pick. Marwin, the extra pass. David for 3. Yes! Abra just toying with Pampanga right now. It's a 21-point lead here in Lucena. And guess who's here? We do have a surprise appearance from our MPBL chairman and founder, Manny Pacquiao. He's back in the country, and one of his first order of business is going to an MPBL game. We are grateful for our boss showing up dito sa Lucena. And everyone, I think he was surprised with the score.
Yeah, I don't think this was the score that he expected between these two teams. And considering how much Pampanga dominated the past couple of years.
Everyone getting a treat here. Kakabalik lang ni boss galing America. You know, he fought last July 19 and then spent a few days magpahinga muna, and then Dito na siya ulit. I think he also had a really nice vacation in Italy.
Yeah, he did.
You talk about pride and history. Dito sa MPBL, Pampanga, obviously the winningest team in terms of championships dito sa MPBL. That is their championship, their playoff matchup with Abra last season. They swept Abra, close game in the second game. And Abra has come roaring back here, and they've dominated the first half of this regular season matchup here in Lucena. Larry Muyang scores to trim the deficit to 19.
Oh, they've been having their way all game long so far, offensively, defensively, and they've been very methodical at it. It doesn't seem like they're doing anything too much. If they're playing as a team, it doesn't seem like somebody's forcing the issue. Maybe save for some Edge Serrano plays earlier in the first quarter, but other than that, Abra has been doing everything so well.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. They're claiming a punch.
Yeah, things really getting highly physical here in the second quarter.
Referee Edmar Avios and Jay Castroverde there. Asking for a review. Yeah, how good have the Weavers been having?
I mean, to have 49 points on 18 shots, 32 field goal attempts, that's 56%. They've done it in various ways. From the outside, they've dominated the glass, a +6 in that department. And look at the assists, 15-5. So 15 assists on 18 made field goals. That's a very good number. And to be doing it also inside the shaded area and dominating as well the fast break points. So from every department almost, Abra has been dominant.
And you're seeing Marvin Taiwan just absolutely dominate this game in his own beautiful way. 13 points and 7 assists in the first half.
Ang sarap niya talaga panoorin because he is not forcing anything. He's making sure that his teammates
Foul on number
follow
2, RJ
whatever
Concepcion.
scheme
That's his first.
that they are set to
14
play
foul
with.
for the Giant Lanterns.
And the flash for his game also still there. Hindi nawawala.
So what's the call here? What is the call here?
I think they were trying to look at a close fist right there on Archie Concepcion, but there doesn't seem to be
That's not clear.
a call against Archie.
Arminion able to tap that inbound. Na-recover ng Abra. Gonzalez to Dave Ildefonso. That's short. Muyang with the rebound. Archie. Here's Concepcion against Ildefonso. Arminion now. They go to Muyang. There's a double team immediately on Lars. Still will fire. No good. He grabs his own miss. Binigay kay Arminion. Nasa gitna si Andre. Nermal will shoot the jumper and he gets the shooter's bounce.
Managed to make it work despite the tight spacing that they had there. Abra just really forcing them into very tight situations. Uduba did not gamble and go out leaving Normal wide open on that 18-footer.
We have a timeout on the floor. We will be right back. That's our MPBL president and founder, Manny Pacquiao, the boxing champion. I think he was rated, I think I saw the news, he was rated #1 by the WBC for August.
Rightfully so.
So, you know what, Javi, it was a really, really beautiful experience watching a Manny Pacquiao fight again live. Nakakatindig balahibo. Something that I think every Filipino should get to experience once in their life, maybe. Parang isa siya sa dapat mga bucket list eh. But I know it's difficult. Alam natin na medyo mahirap din, but I think really a very delightful experience. Look at Encho Serrano miss on that layup.
I mean, to be doing the things that he's doing at 46 years old. He was just preparing for the fight for 2 months after having a 4-year layoff. That's just incredible.
Yeah, speaks a lot about his God-given, talent and ability, and really he has his physical specimen.
Oh yeah, for sure. No doubt about it.
He is an elite athlete. You know, one of the goats of the sport, really, if you're, kung merong basketball, mga Jordan, LeBron James, nandun si MP sa boxing.
Panigurado yan. I think if you're gonna assess his era, I think he was the greatest for that era. Hindi pa nga tapos eh.
Hindi pa tayo bias dyan, ah.
Oo, hindi pa tayo bias dyan. Hindi talaga.
Hindi talaga.
Hindi talaga, promise. Because to say that he isn't, that's really BS.
Ooh. Things getting chippy here. Normal has been called for an unsportsmanlike foul. It's been chippy for a while now.
Yeah, this entire second quarter, we've seen a lot blows thrown. There was the arm on the neck of Ildefonso by Normal.
Yeah, but I see that happen in rebound play in rebound plays, huh?
Yeah, and
Is that an unsportsmanlike foul?
I don't think it should be.
Yeah. But the chippiness comes from the talking
Yeah,
after.
there's been a lot of talking.
Foul on number 29, John Normal, penalty, second.
There you go. So it's just going to be a regular foul.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
I think they saw something in this lineup here with Estil. He matches that athleticism na kailangan na against Abra Solid North Weavers. Markey is on the bench. Normal. And for all their struggles, Javi, they can just be down by 14 or 15 here, and Archie Concepcion scores.
Tama ka dyan. You know, at the end of the day, it's just going to boil down to the desire. How much do they really want it? If they continue to work hard in this game, if they continue to try and make those right things work, then this game will eventually get themselves closer.
Dave Ildefonso, 3 seconds. Ildefonso looking for a way through. No. What a battle in the first half between these two giants of the North. David Defonso, King Weaver has 15 points to lead all scorers at the end of the first half. Lucena is being treated to a great game of basketball. 50-35, Abra ahead against Pampanga.
Nakan.
Coach, feel ko pinapakitaan kayo.
Nagsidagol. Fade away, one-hander.
James Sena, 15 points in this game, and he is featured in our Gixxer Great Move of the Game, Born for Great.
This has to be the play of the game.
Oh yeah.
Put it in the top 10. Number 10. Tapos Coach Egay. Reaction ni Coach Egay. Pero mo, yumuyo ko, natawa yan eh. Yumuyo ko.
Back to PJ. Against Joshua Yero. Gets past him and rolls it in. Cuts the lead down to 11.
What a finger roll by PJ. Getting past a couple of black shirts and scooping it up. Ibang klase yung finger roll na yun. Off-legged pa. Pero again, stretch na rin kasi yung mileage ng ibang players dito sa Cagers. Eh, no? Oh, what a finish!
Oh, Ramos had to improvise there. At he did that in successful fashion para sa Muntinlupa Cagers. A little run here being made by the guys in blue.
You know what I like about that? He was clearly decided that I'm going to challenge this defense of JJ Pido. And what I like also about it is immediately after he made that shot.
First basket of the game.
Pumayod siya doon at apat ulit ang lamang sa Mindoro. Dipsido from Alfred Flores.
Very shifty yung galawan na yan na si Flores.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Pactalio attacks, takes off his defender. Wow, able to sneak that one through.
Oh man, that's what you miss about a Mactalio, you know? Guys will always say, you know, when you see Mactalio with the ball, he always is gonna find a way to score. And right here, you know, scoop underneath.
Yaping, balik kay Alfred Flores. Malayo ito, galing sa tres! On net! Gutsy shot from Alfred Flores.
I gotta wake myself up. Parang feeling ko, linggo pa rin eh. Naalala ko pa rin si Doy Remoca.
Alfred Flores has come alive here.
Was the first assistant, and then they brought in Coach Onak Magtulis and Coach Richard De La Rosa.
Oh,
Both of
okay.
their teammates during their championship run before. Whoa.
Where did that come from?
Somebody is letting out a lot of rage.
They've had enough of turnovers. Ball got stolen, but not this time. Both Art and J-Boy Solis on the floor at the same time. Good cut.
Mactalio with a reverse.
That to me is really just understanding basic spread offense basketball. See this right here. Ball on the post. That weak side guy, 45, has to cut. And how about that control of Mactalio?
Gixxer, great move of the game. Born for greatness. Coughs up the ball. 2 seconds remaining. Calo steps into a free. Knocks that one down to beat the buzzer. What a night for Eman Calo. May duda pa ba?
Hindi, isang quarter pa, pwede pa magbago isip natin. Pero sa quarter na ito, hindi magbabago ang isip natin that Eman Calo was definitely the best player.
Ah, parang wala lang ha. Talagang umiling-iling pa. Highlights of the game brought to you by
Masama pa yung loob.
the official hydration partner. Kani, left corner shot, no.
What a
Minus,
rebound.
climbing the ladder, puts it back in. And a foul whistle on Mindoro.
Say it with your chest, Mr. Minus. After a beautiful play for the second chance, tulad nga nung sinabi mo, inakyat yung mataas na hagdanan. Hindi lang yun, umangat pa ng malakas. 3-point play pa ang kasama.
Short. Running start for David Defonso. Again! Oh my goodness!
Oh my!
David Defonso, the rim rocker!
Oh man!
John Fa cross. Lays it up and in. Putting on the moves. Razzle dazzle John Fa.
What a move by John Fa.
Defonso. Oh! A rim rocker! Wow! That was a ferocious jam galing kay David Defonso.
Concepcion tracks it down. 5 seconds left. Floats it up and in! Wow, Archie Concepcion comes up clutch once again.
It was the race for the offensive rebound.
$50-35 here in Lucena. Abra against Pampanga. Lamang ang Solid North Weavers against the two-time defending champions, Giant Lanterns. And it's been a master class from the Solid North Weavers. And everything, they can do no wrong, Javi. As you mentioned in that first quarter, 30-18 at the end of one. And then just establishing control. And nakita mo dito, the field goal shooting pretty much says the story. Kung gaano kahirap sa Pampanga, they were made to bleed for their points. Ito naman ng Abra, really just in a good flow at the moment, led by Dave Ildefonso and Marvin Taiwan.
I think it all started with Pampanga being caught off guard with their defense in the first quarter, and Abra totally took advantage of it. And when they ramped up the intensity in the second quarter, Abra just responding when Taiwan and Ildefonso got back into the game and effectively putting the lead back up to this big of a margin. And that's why Pampanga continuing to have a difficult time, because there's only small stretches during the game kung saan nakakakuha sila ng magagandang plays on both offense and defense. But they're gonna have to be more consistent. There's gonna have to be more intensity, and they're really gonna have to fight more if they want to even be in this game.
11 points for Larry Muyang, 9 for Archie Concepcion. Abra will have possession to start the third quarter. Taiwan Oduba, who has 7 rebounds. Javi, Jolo Mendoza, Jeo Chu, and David Defonso to start para dito sa Solid North Weavers. Binuya, Clemente, Lalata, Igilos, and Mina, the combination for Coach Pedic Di Matulak, and a foul away from the ball on Alan Mina.
And this continues to boggle me how Pampanga has not set any special scheme, at least from what we've been observing in the first half. It has been single coverage all throughout against David Defonso.
Even, you know what, Javi, even against Nueva Ecija, no, they have, wala rin eh, hindi rin binigyan ng single coverage din eh. Ito si David Defonso.
And I don't think any team has learned their lesson in that regard. I mean, can't the numbers already speak for itself?
Yeah. Hey, John Oduba trying to track down this rebound. Nakuha pa ni Jamo Igilos. Nandun sila Lata sa ilalim, and he misses, pero may 2 free throws si Chris Lalata.
Offensively, Pampanga has to be more patient. Siguro, may konting gigil talaga na nangyari sa first half, but they have to dial it down here in the second quarter. I'm sure they're more settled down right now.
You got a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Obviously, a lot at stake in this game, so I'm sure emotions were at an all-time high, especially for the Giant Lanterns, who are the less favored team in this particular matchup after dominating the Weavers in the past season, especially during the playoffs when They won convincingly in Game 1 of their series, and they made a major comeback to take Game 2 last year.
They're 3-0 against Abra. Franchise overall as a franchise. Ildefonso, mid-range jumper.
Chu trying to set a Gortat screen there for Ildefonso to free him up for that mid-range attempt, but our officials calling that an offensive foul.
50-36 now. Egilos. Lalata against Uduba. The handoff to Mina. Allen drives left. Sidestep move, no good. Rebound, nakuha ni Jeo Chu. That's with Dave Ildefonso.
There's almost no clean look that Pampanga gets against this Abra defense. They've had to improvise most of the time.
And then a sportsmanlike foul on Jeo Chu.
Well, Pampanga's big men have really been giving Chu the business all game long. And that time, at least from my vantage point, I thought he was just trying to seal here. Pero mukhang natamaan na Siko.
Yeah, a little extension with the left elbow.
Now, I think there's still a chance to downgrade this. But maybe because of that wind-up,
Yeah,
it should be an unsportsmanlike foul.
Upon
I
review,
think Jeo Chu is that type of player.
He definitely is.
Substitution, Raymond Gonzalez for Jeo Chu.
And obviously, I think he's still having a very difficult time trying to adjust to what's good and what's not.
And the physicality here sa MPBL.
Yun na nga eh.
Lalata could not convert. Pampanga, as a team, only 10 of 19 at the line.
They were 21 out of 40 against Basilan, Sedelf.
Free throws hurting them. Let's say if they, you know, like 75-80% sila, single-digit game. But as it stands, with their free throw woes, it's a 14-point lead for Abra.
Dahil sa ganda ng dinidepensa ng Abra sa laro na to, Pampanga has to take advantage of those opportunities at the free throw line dahil yan na nga lang ang binibigyan halos na opportunity for them to put points on the board.
I think that was the best play of the game.
Yep, I
Para
agree.
dito sa Pampanga.
I agree. I think that was the cleanest execution that they had offensively sa laro na to.
And yet they had to.
Yeah,
They had to be difficult as well.
it was a difficult reverse underneath. And they continue to spot some off-ball chippiness here, our referees.
Number 23, Allen Mina is third.
That's on Allen Mina.
Yeah, there seemed to be a hold on Allen Mina as he was trying to deny Dave Ildefonso the basketball. He's been having a handful trying to go up against him.
Uduba gets the inbound. That's an offensive foul. Clearly.
Decked him. Sapul na sapul.
Sapul na sapul. And this is a problem when the defender goes full speed and you are moving as you issue the pass. So that 2-minute stretch, medyo advantage Pampanga. Clemente attacks. The one-hander won't go. Gonzalez with the rebound.
But even in that open look that Clemente had, I feel like there was also some mental battle in what kind of shot he would have taken.
Uduba with a reverse! Ang lalim ng dukot ni John Uduba and using some English for the finish right there.
Uduba certainly one of the X factors, if not the X factor in this game for Abra.
This is the assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. He took off on the other side and finished Doon sa kabila.
A lot of credit, a lot of props to the Sheriff David Defonso for making that excellent dish. He attracted 2 defenders, which got Uduba little attention going into that reverse.
Now Abra already over the limit, Javi. When we have 7 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in the third quarter.
But the question is, can Pampanga actually convert on majority of their free throws? At time, Clemente able to sink both.
52 to 40. What's the response here from the Weavers? Ildefonso against Clemente. The runner from Dave. Yes! What a shot from Dave Ildefonso.
Oh my goodness. That much control is just crazy.
Lalata, free throw line jumper is money. Giant Lanterns, as you mentioned, getting some rhythm here in the third.
And this is what we predicted from them, you know, coming in already much more settled into this game compared to the first half where there was really a lot of emotions running high. Yung gigil talagang nandun pa.
Uduba challenged by Igilos. A foul on Jamo and 2 free throws para kay John Uduba.
But these Weavers, they just keep coming at you.
It's Marwin Taiwan again with the pass.
They wear you down with those nice passes, those drives to the basket. Very, very quick, explosive movements from the guy with the basketball, whether it's Taiwan, Ildefonso. They give the defense a lot of problems because they attract the defense and they force the help to rotate and make a scramble. Now, the defense is put in a tight situation, in a very tough decision, whether they're going to help out or they're going to stick to the guy that they're guarding with.
And these are shot makers as well for Abra. Kaya kailangan mo i-close out.
Ayun na nga. But the other guys, you know, the people underneath in the front line have been doing a good job of converting on those excellent drop passes.
You just stay with it if you're Pampanga.
Oh yeah.
You just stay with it. Abra has done a magnificent job keeping Pampanga at bay. But if you're the Giant Lanterns, hindi ka talaga pwedeng sumuko dito.
This is a nice way for them to really prove that there is no way that you're going to underestimate the heart of a champion. But can that heart actually explode and give them a lot of fight in this game?
Back to a 12-point deficit here, and let's check in with our RJ Indisha.
The Abra Weavers, being dubbed as the hottest team, the rising stars in the league, undoubtedly puts them on a pedestal. But Coach Yong Garcia dares to argue, itong game na ito para sa akin ang magsasabi, nasaan na ba talaga ang Abra ngayon? And to gauge that, ang gustong makita ni Coach, double fire, double focus, double fierceness. Speaking of fierceness, no matter how fierce the game went earlier, Marky, who isn't suited up today, would immediately run towards their younger boy. Sabi niya sa akin, parte yan ng laro at andito ako para paulit-ulit na ipaalala yan sa kanila. Hindi man sa loob ng court, but still to the best way he can. So Delph, Javi.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Voice of reason ng Abra Solid North Weavers. Marky.
That's exactly what he's there for.
Oh, that's a poor foul to give up. And the foul's evening up here.
And now, Pampanga is in the penalty. So this will award Raven Gonzalez 2 free throws.
Raven Gonzalez at the line. He misses the first.
Abra doing so much better than Pampanga from the free throw line sa laro na to, 10 out of 13.
The game against Nueva Ecija and now itong Abra, Pampanga, parang similar script eh.
Actually,
They jumped out to an early lead. Nueva Ecija was playing catch-up the rest of the way, and this is now the same story with Pampanga, the two-time defending champions.
But the question is, can Pampanga actually flip the script on the Weavers here in the third quarter?
Miguelos, the cross-court pass. Benuya is open. No good on the three. Batino, who committed 2 quick fouls early on, is back on the floor. Oh, Taiwan lost Benuya. The three and the basket plus the foul. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Marwin Taiwan. This is the three-point shot of the game brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Benuya was erased from the scene right there.
Tinanggal talaga
Sa eksena.
sa eksena. Marwin Taiwan is turning the Lucena City Convention Center into his own playground. He's just toying with the defense of Pampanga in this game.
What a shot as well to finish that one off. 16 points now para kay Marwin Taiwan, and they're
Crazy.
checking if it should be upgraded.
Boy, I mean, Taiwan he has influenced most of the big plays of Abra in this game.
And even if it's not directly an assist, it comes from him. It comes from a decision where to go with the play. So hindi siya necessarily nanggagaling that he is making the play, but you know, he is Coach Young's extension there on the court.
At yung maganda sa kanya, he makes decisions really quick, and most of the time, it's the right decision.
So after a thorough review, it is a foul and it's not upgraded.
Yeah, I don't think it needed to be upgraded.
Marwin Taiwan, that should be 16 points.
Yeah, that should be 16
and
points.
9 assists. Make that 17 to tie David Defonso as the leading scorer of this ball game. 61 to 44. Igilos, he's double teamed. Taiwan again with a steal quickly to David Defonso. And a challenge in vain from Archie Concepcion. Dave Ildefonso. Unreal right now how this Abra has thoroughly dominated the defending champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners. And he has an edge in him that I really like. Dave Ildefonso, that celebration right in front of the camera.
He is head and shoulders above the competition. He is definitely on a different level right now. Dave Ildefonso, you know, proving to everybody that I may have had my struggles at the start of this season, but eventually he's learned to deal with it, and he showed everybody that his pedigree has already really meant a lot here in his stint with Abra.
It has taken a while, okay? But while he was adjusting, he was still destroying defenses.
But now, it absolutely is no question.
In full bloom.
In full bloom na talaga siya dito. He is the most dominant force I think we've seen since Justin Baltazar.
19-point lead para sa Giant Lanterns. A technical foul on Marwin Taiwan. 14 of 24 at the line for Pampanga,
Ooh,
and it's
that's
another
another
miss.
They're really going to need some major adjustments on their free throw shooting. They should not let this pass, this kind of shooting from the charity stripe. It's been 2 straight games already.
Arminion, naghahanap ng mapapasahan. Nowhere to go, and it's a turnover.
You see the difference in how Pampanga has to find ways in those tight crevices in that Abra defense. There seems to be no opening at all.
Taiwan finds Batino. Gets it to Ayon. The shot fake. Batino, one-hander, won't go. Rush the shot there. Is still with the rebound. Arminion to the trailing Larry Muyang. Lars count the basket and one.
Secondary break ran there by Larry Muyang. Excellent decision making by Andre Arminion. He had a steal in his vision, but Muyang was the more open option. And Lars taking advantage, using that nice euro to evade the defense.
Muyang makes the free throw. John Ashley Fa comes in for Andre Arminion.
Now, he could be very instrumental here in these last 4 minutes of the third. Itong si John Ashley pa.
Marwin Santos of the Basilan Star Horse is in the building. Former Pampanga Giant Lantern, of course, a legend of Pampanga basketball.
Yes, sir.
One of the GOATs of Pampanga basketball.
Another proud son.
Ayon pulls up. That's off the mark. There's a whistle going against Sunny Estil.
Yeah, Estil might have fallen down after that foul, but siya naman talaga yung nauna. There was a push against him on Batino.
And Matino at the line. He's had his struggle staying on the floor.
No, he hasn't had to do much.
Buti na lang. Two for two for Alfred Ryan Batino. Lead is at 18 for Pampanga. No, for Abra rather. Pampanga may bola. Concepcion, the sidestep three. Could not knock it down. Nermal stepped on the line.
3-point shot, 2 out of 14 for Pampanga sa laro na to, while Abra enjoying a 41% clip from downtown, 7 out of 17.
CJ Austria ang nagbababa ng bola for Abra. It's a dribbling violation on CJ.
Might have bound the basketball too long, although I don't really agree with that call.
Nermal, they go back to Muyang. There's a double team. Fa. Concepcion for three. Rebound di Batino. I think itong double team to the post, Abby, has allowed Abra to get comfortable on how to defend Pampanga because they know that there's wala nang isa pang layer itong opensa ng ng Pampanga. It's just the kick out and then probably the three-point shot.
Tama ka dyan. There's not much movement after that. They don't tend to move the ball anymore. The guy that gets the kick out either decides to take the shot from the outside or drive to the basket. Wala nang extra pass na rin nangyayari.
It's just one more pass really, or two more passes.
That could actually make the difference.
And you test the patience of the other team every time you do that.
Which should be the case for Pampanga right now. I thought that adjustments were already made after the halftime break, but they continuously go into their bad habits here in the third quarter.
Fa inside, foul on Camacho. Still plenty of time here in the third to mount a surge of sorts.
Yeah, maybe trim this to about 15, 14, 13 points at the end of this quarter. That gives you momentum, hopefully, going into the fourth quarter. And then coming into the fourth, those first 3 to 4 minutes will be very crucial in how you're going to be able to stay in the game or not.
John Ashley Fa Picked up during the window from Manila on a trade via trade. 67-49 now. David to inbound. David Ildefonso with 19 points in this ball game. Ildefonso going one-on-one against Concepcion. He goes to Batino. David will launch a three and hit. 21-point lead, the biggest in the ball game. John Ashley Fa, nowhere to go, is still the kick out to Concepcion. See how David played him there. Absolutely smart because the pass was for Nermal and then he allowed Concepcion to drive. There's a foul, but nonetheless, Concepcion will have to earn it from the stripe. The three right here from David.
A simple dribble handoff there between Batino and Josh David. What's happening here?
They correct the call. Kay Ildefonso in-announce it. Number 5 dapat, Josh David.
It is on Josh David. And despite forcing Abra into the penalty, with still over 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter, Pampanga has not been able to capitalize on that opportunity.
Well, ang nangyari pa, no, the Pampanga followed suit quickly.
Yeah,
Na nag-penalty din sila.
about 2 minutes after.
And 2 for 2 this time para kay Archie Concepcion. 2:25 remaining in the third. And Ildefonso. There's a full court press here from Pampanga. Josh David safely nakatawid sa half court. Batino goes to Camacho. Back to Batino. Now with David. 7 seconds on the shot clock. David will pull up the jumper short. And that's last touch on Fa.
Even the breaks of this game favoring Abra, it's just really so frustrating if you're Pampanga, because again, they can't seem to do no wrong.
2 minutes remaining. That's a foul on Alfred Batino.
Offensive foul on number 30, Alfred Batino is
Offensive foul. Tawag ni referee Edmar Avis.
2 minutes.
2 minutes remaining in the third. Archie Concepcion was one-on-one against Ayon. Archie, left-handed scoop, won't go. Muyang has it. Putback, still no go. And even from point-blank range, Giant Lanterns come up empty.
That play, Archie Concepcion decided to go one-on-one. The defense of Abra was just waiting inside. They clogged the paint and made it tight.
Muyang blocked. And it's off Larry Muyang. These young guns of Abra. Wow.
They've anticipated every move of Pampanga in this game. They're on a whole different level. Just the way that they defend, the way that they're running their offense. Look how crisp this passing is.
And Archie Concepcion not giving up is still yes on the finish. Can't jinx him, Abby. Can't jinx him.
Just as I was saying.
Lead is down to 17. Ildefonso will launch it from beyond the arc. No. Muyang secures the rebound. Archie wants the ball. Wants to go against Ayon. Concepcion for 3. Got it! And that's a big time play. Galing kay Archie Concepcion taking responsibility here para sa Giant Lanterns. He does not want to lose, Javi.
Making that steal here, playing the passing lanes and then dishing it off to the trailing Sunny Estil. And then the next play, demanding that basketball, even if Fa had the chance to push the envelope. He wanted that ball in his hands, making that big-time shot, forcing the hand of Coach Yong to call a timeout with 47 seconds remaining in the third.
That's a Gixxer fan of the game, board for greatness. Some happy fans here in the building. Lucena Convention Center tayo. Hindi sa Quezon Convention Center, magkaiba po yun. Pero napakagandang facility ito.
Oh yeah.
I think we have another schedule here next weekend.
Yeah, next Saturday, no?
Our president and founder, Manny Pacquiao, is here. Commissioner Kenneth Deremdes on his left. Emer Oreta, head of operations, on his right. 47 seconds remaining here in the third. Mike Ayanayon. It's John Ashley Fa. That's the ball to Ildefonso Camacho now against Sunny Estil, who's been enjoying a lot of minutes here.
Yeah, I think he still has played the most minutes of the bench sa laro na to.
And he's made a strong case for his presence on the floor, Harvey.
Yeah, may not translate it to numbers, but the intensity that he brings defensively has actually helped Pampanga in a lot of situations. That's another offensive foul against Abra.
And maybe, just maybe, that's one way to stop itong si Dave Ildefonso. But again, they were just jogging actually when Dave Ildefonso, tries to get that ball. Ngayon, and they're sprinting, nararamdaman ni Dave Ildefonso, and then yung nagbibigay ng pick, nararamdaman din.
And
in a state of a little panic, actually.
Both situations, they were called for an offensive foul, the screen setter.
Three-pointer for John Lloyd. Intis. Abra let off the hook there. And if you're Pampanga, you gotta like the way how you finished that third period. You're still down by 14, but you got some momentum late in that third period. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
We definitely can't count Pampanga out in this game, but Marvin Taiwan continues to conduct his masterclass here inside the Lucena Convention Center, already with 17 points and a number of assists in this game. He's had 10 assists already, double-double performance for Marvin Taiwan. Archie Concepcion making some big-time plays towards the end of the third quarter and helping Pampanga close to within 14 points at the end of three quarters.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Final 10 minutes of this matchup. Pampanga against Abra. The two-time defending champions. Trying to inch closer. That's our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Igilos to Estil, nowhere to go. And Abra forcing a turnover to start the fourth period.
Pampanga had John Ashley found wide open on the weak side there. Forcing the issue was both Estil and Egilos. You see the quarter scoring on your screens. Pampanga able to win that third quarter just by a single point. But at least that performance of theirs getting slightly better as this game progresses. But important here in the first 2 to 3 minutes of this fourth period, they can chip this lead down to maybe just 10 points or 8.
16-point lead now for Abra after the 2 makes galing kay David Defonso. Dun sa free throw line, Igilos. Someone has to make themselves available. Fa is open, and he scores down low plus the foul.
They've had a lot of difficulty trying to locate the open man on those double teams.
I don't think they were intentional enough in making themselves open. They got lucky here. Play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
There's just a lot of standing around, Delph. You know, nobody really wanting to be the pressure release from that double team. And that right now, I think that's all they actually need to do at this point to make it a little bit more comfortable for them.
Even kanina pa.
Yun na nga eh.
Actually. 72 to 59 here.
That's why we're both surprised that they've never really made some significant adjustments on this.
David against Clemente. Gonzalez will drive. Oh, what a finish. Galing kay Raven Gonzalez.
The story of this game has really been Pampanga, making a tough play on the other side, but Abra responding on the other side of the floor.
And you talk about tough though.
This could be the difference right now here in the fourth quarter. Pampanga responding after those 2 sequences, because usually Pampanga would miss at this point and then Abra would go on to score another basket. Right now, Concepcion is trying to take charge here for Pampanga.
Ayon has been having a hard time on Archie Concepcion.
The same way everybody from Pampanga has had a difficult time against David Defonso in this game.
The question is, if you're Coach Yong now, how long are you keeping Marwin Taiwan on that bench? Archie completes the 3-point play, 12-point game. 8:54 remaining. Zoduba ang magbababa ng bola dito for Abra. Oduba will step into this jumper. Will not get the bounce. And that's okay if you're Pampanga. Fa. Nowhere to go. Archie. Here's Concepcion. Will attack. Archie. Hang time. Here come the Giant Lanterns. 19 points for Archie Concepcion. It's a 10-point game.
Sabi nga nung isang kanta, di ba? This is the moment. Archie Concepcion stepping into that moment for Pampanga.
Hello, are you Christian Luanzon? I thought he was in Japan.
Just tried to turn a page from his book.
But follow-up from John Oduba makes it a 12-point lead again para dito sa Abra. Muyang, double team. Concepcion is open. That's a 3 from Archie.
That is what we have been asking to see from Pampanga this entire game. You see that double team happen, and then 1-2 passes. There you go. That's an extra pass from Clemente that set up Archie Concepcion for this 3-point shot.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. The Giant Lanterns.
It just makes things so much easier because you have to get to bait the defense into scrambling and rotating, trying to close out and see kung sino ba talagang titira instead of just forcing the issue yourself.
And now, Abra might be thinking twice on that double team on the low block now.
Tama ka dyan, which gives Muyang now an opportunity to go down low and back up to his defender one-on-one.
Marwin Taiwan is back on the floor. Ildefonso against Concepcion. Dave picks up his dribble. Marwin now with Raven. Back to Taiwan. What a pass to Gonzalez. That won't go. And Oduba cleans it up.
Oh my goodness. I thought he was going to get blocked there.
That's a foul on Marwin.
Just really willing himself into those 2 points. Ito si John Uduba.
Already with 9 rebounds in the ball game, John Uduba. There's plenty of contact there.
Yeah, but the referees letting the players play in that certain sequence.
Concepcion against Ildefonso. Archie will fire. That's short. That ball ending up in the hands of Raven Gonzalez and a stop para sa Abra. Taiwan. Binigay kay Dave Ildefonso. Gonzalez providing the pick. There's a switch. Ildefonso against Igilos. Dave, shot clock winding down. Ildefonso for 2! What a shot! 23 in the game para kay Dave Ildefonso. And it's a 13-point lead for Abra. 6.5 minutes to go. And the degree of difficulty on this shot, Javi. Gixer, great move of the game. Born for greatness. Absolutely unreal. Dave Ildefonso.
Jamo Aguilos played the best defense he could on that play. Look at the challenge on the shot, but Ildefonso still able to make it, extending the lead back up to 13 for Abra.
Archie Concepcion and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns needing a response here again. Because Abra has responded in style again.
I mean, Pampanga is doing everything that they can defensively, but Dave Ildefonso just too good right now. Able to make those difficult shots look so easy.
Quick double again. Fa for 3. Yes.
Big shot from the young kid.
80-70. Over 6 minutes to play in this matchup. Ildefonso again. Same play here. This time Ildefonso gets away and finds Raven Gonzalez. What do you do with that?
Yeah, they're just picking apart the defense, Dave Ildefonso is.
Ildefonso pulls up for 3. No. You give that to him, Javi.
Yeah, I mean, for all he's done in this game, he could afford those kinds of mistakes.
Fa from the corner. That's a 3. And Josh David secures the rebound. And we might see this 5 here on the floor. David, Taiwan, Gonzalez, and Uduba. Really nice balance offensively and defensively.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of security and stability in terms of taking care of the basketball, but also it gives you a lot of scoring opportunities, a lot of scoring options. All 3 guys in the wings and in the backcourt can handle the basketball and initiate the offense. And those guys in the front court, Gonzalez and Uduba, both very dependable inside. A very dynamic 5 for Abra.
Taiwan, binalik na si Raymond Binuya. Binuya gets the steal. Igilos is with him and Jama is blocked! Raven Gonzalez with a denial! Oh my! He caught him up top.
Clean block upstairs. Access denied by Raven Gonzalez on Jamo Aguilos.
Ildefonso picks up his dribble. Taiwan against Clemente. Marwin for 3. Last touch on Josh David. Now where vision was slightly covered there. What about this block, Abby?
Crazy how Raven Gonzalez sprinted back there and held his own against the veteran, Chemo Eguilos.
Usually, nandun na yan sa taas eh. Binuya, 3. That won't go para dito sa Pampanga.
5 out of 22 from the outside in this game are the Pampanga Giant Lanterns.
Ayon is back on the floor. Clemente ang nakabantay. Mike, layup is good. He will not allow this game to get by him na hindi siya nakaka-contribute. Ito si Mike Ayon.
There seems to be no signs of personnel movement here for Pampanga. They seem to be trying to stick with this current unit.
Inside, Muyang, no. Ayon picks up the loose ball. And Abra, 14 points ahead. 3.5 minutes remaining. Mike, surveying his options. 7 seconds. Muyang with a rebound on the miss from Gonzalez. Here's Binuya. He gets hit. No call. Muyang will take it all the way to the cup. Mintes. Eguilos cleans it up. Down to 12 ang lamang dito. 3 minutes remaining. 9 points para kay Jamo Eguilos.
This is not impossible. This is still definitely a wide open game here for Pampanga if they could gather some stops.
84-72. Mike Ayon, former finals MVP. Now with Abra. Shot fake, jumper, short. Gonzalez rebound. And Abra will reset. Ildefonso downhill. Hard foul from Archie Concepcion. 2 free throws coming up para kay Dave Ildefonso.
He's just different. I mean, the way that he was able to drive inside. Did you see how much force he went with? Attacking that middle into the lane.
And when you hear stories about Dave Ildefonso's regimen and how he takes care of his body, matatawa ka na lang eh. Kasi ibang klase mag-alaga ng katawan to. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
You know, even with that, minsan hindi ka pa rin makapaniwala sa mga ginagawa niya.
Yeah, and this is a pro right here.
Yeah, consummate pro. I mean, at a young age, he's realized the true meaning of becoming a professional in this sport.
Alcoriza gets stuck down low and a foul on the tip-in galing kay Eguilos. And oh boy, Raven Gonzalez, how he has protected the rim para dito sa Abra is also a sight to behold here sa fourth quarter, Javi.
Yeah, he has done a splendid job. I mean, he's just played within, you know, a lot of reason. He's not doing anything too much. He's keeping his emotions in check and he's not letting the physicality get to him.
86-73 now. 2:20 remaining. Sabi ni Joel Leo, ikaw lang na makakastop kay David Ildefonso. Gusto ko siyang paalala eh na yung ankle breaker ni Jun Manso sa kanya eh, no? Gusto niya talaga mabati eh, no? Sa coverage na to eh, no?
Doon siya nagkamali.
Here's Ildefonso. They want a clear out. Dave misses the 3. Alcoriza with the rebound. Renz will fire. In and out. Jamo inside. Eguilos for 2. 11-point game. Minute and 54 remaining. Ayon against Alcoriza. Still Mike Uduba providing the pick. The runner from Mike. Ayon. That's what he's there for, Mike Ayonayon. 8 points, the icing on the cake here.
When David Defonso is denied the basketball, there's another guy right there to handle closer duties for Abra, and that's former finals MVP, Mike Ayonayon. This guy could do the same. Jolo Mendoza.
And what a show of force again. They were ruthless. They were lethal in this ball game. Mendoza, yes! Too much. Too good. Abra.
I don't have anything to say anymore. Everything's just been translated to their play on the court. It's been a splendid display of dominance and just great teamwork for these guys.
And you talk about potential of this team, the ceiling of this team. It's really hard to know kung saan talaga sila, hanggang saan talaga sila, because when you put this team together, you can hope that 4 players or 5 players click. And now when you put in players na, you know, all of a sudden they just step up to the plate. You know, everyone's confidence is rubbing off on each other.
Yeah, I mean, totally now they're united in that one common goal, and that's to win a championship. That the difference from last year's team to this year's team is that now everybody is really doing their best to do everything for the benefit of the team, and it's not just all about individual glory anymore. They understand that their roles have been set on them. They know what to do. They're not trying to overdo anything. So, kung sino man yung swerte sa kanila, they don't mind. Basta sa kanila, gagawin nila yung part nila. Especially on the defensive end, yan naman talagang hinihingi ni Coach Yong. And they know that David Defonso is their main man. They know that Marin Taiwan is there to orchestrate the offense and be Coach Yong's extension on the floor. The other guys, alam na rin nila yung gagawin nila. That's just been the main difference from last year's team to now. They're all unified in that one common goal. That's to make a statement and win the national championship.
And somewhere, Congressman J.B. Bernos must be smiling by the way his team has played against the defending champions here in Lucena.
And also more than that, Sidel, I think they're setting the standard in how to actually run a team.
Well, we've had a lot of really good. We have had a lot of fantastic organizations here. In fact, nandyan pa rin sila, no, in the MPBL.
Pero yun nga, being a newcomer, I think they just want to make sure that they're also on top as one of the elite franchises.
And you have to make sure that you bring in the right person.
Yes.
And that is very important.
It's
right
not
there.
just about bringing in talent. You need to find the right mix.
Competent people.
With the right attitude.
Tama. Clemente, the runner, won't go. Muyang is fouled by Jayo Chu. So this is another statement win para sa Abra Solid North Weavers. It's been like that here this season.
Really kudos to the whole coaching staff and management. Managing all these egos. I've been asking may pasaway ba dito? Sabi nila wala. Everybody's...
Magagalit si Marky. Magagalit si Marky pag may pasaway. Sabi, bawal yan. They are kept in line.
Kaya talaga siya nandyan.
Oo.
Siya ang principal.
Kaya nga. Free throw miss again. And Pampanga will finish with 25 of 38 from the foul line. And that will do it here. Abra. A round of applause here from the fans in the Lucena Convention Center. A masterclass again from the Abra Solid North Weavers as they take down the two-time defending champions, Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Huge win para dito sa Abra. Coach Yong Garcia, he does his job with little fanfare, but alam mo that he is on the right track. A terrific job again by the Abra Solid North Weavers. Outstanding game. And oh boy, he's been racking up itong Best Player of the Game awards. David Defonso, he's our Best Player of the Game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Javi.
I mean, Sadelfi would have loved to give it to Marwin Taiwan, but it's just hard to not notice what David Defonso did in this game. The numbers, the shots in the end to close out this game. It was so difficult to not give it to David Defonso.
94-80, the final score here in Lucena. Abra with the win over Pampanga. Andrea.
Maraming salamat sa Delph. Kasama ko nga ngayon si Dave Ildefonso. First of all, congratulations, Dave. You know what? It's really nice to see you enjoying your time, having fun despite the physicality, despite the antics being done to you. You are still composed. Ang ganda pa rin ng performance mo. How do you do that?
For me, I just want to say thank you kay God kasi without the performance, without him, you know, without his blessing, you know, I wouldn't be here today. And siyempre maraming salamat kay God for the win. And you know, just to answer your question, I know MPBL is a very physical league. So entering here, you know, I knew that from beforehand. And my first few games, you know, I had a struggle with it. Pero, you know, si tatay, tinulungan niya lang talaga ako kasi bigyan niya ako ng advice na siyempre, you know, teams are gonna want to send a message to me or like try to play their tightest defense on me. I just have to stay composed and, you know, trust in the work that I put in. And, you know, that's what I try to do, and that's what I, you know, try to strive in doing in each and every one of these games.
And Dave, we know this is your first season, but I don't know if nag-sink in na ba sa'yo yung fact na you guys just had a really good win against the defending champions. So what does that mean to you, and what does that mean to your team?
Yun nga, syempre props sa Pampanga Giant Lanterns kasi, you know, past 2 seasons sila have been great. You know, they've been the kings of MPBL the last 2 years, you know, with a great coach in Gov Delta. And, you know, marami rin silang magagaling na coaching staff. And, you know, pinakita naman din nila sa game na to eh. You know, and, you know, their players, sila Archie, and sila John Normal, sila Larry Muyang, you know, they came out to play today. And, you know, I always love a competitive game. You know, I'm a competitor, and no matter what happens, no matter what they do, you know, everything stays in the court. And I think I try my best in doing that and just letting everything stay in the court.
All right, beautiful words. Do you have any greetings or shout-outs? Go ahead.
I just want to say, nano lalaki, nano babae, hi. And sa nanay ko, and si tatay, halika rito, pakita sa TV dali. Pero yun nga, sa girlfriend ko, Selena, hi. And Pastor Ferdy, thank you for your words of wisdom. And thank you for your guidance every day. And sabi ng may artista dito, kay Burlington, hi. Yun. And yung maraming salamat sa Abra supporters, and kay Kong Ching, and kay Kong JB. Ingat.
Maraming salamat. Once again, that was Dave Ildefonso, our best player of the game, brought to us by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Congratulations, David Defonso and the Abra Solid North Weavers. An outstanding win against Pampanga. And meanwhile, antabayanan nyo, laban ng Quezon Huskers and the Basilan Star Horse. We'll be right back for that one.